What's the most out-of-touch thing you've heard a person say? Aren't you a bit too old to have a grandma? A neighbor when I told her my grandma just passed away.
Had a friend in dental school who grew up in the rich suburbs north of Detroit. We were talking about traveling. She was going to Thailand for spring break, and she said I'd be surprised if most people hadn't traveled to at least 20 countries. I told her I'd be surprised if most people had ever left the US at all. Edit, for all those wondering, she is from Bloomfield Hills.
Recently got a new job that paid double what I used to make. When I resigned, my former boss told me money isn't everything, lol. I was only making minimum wage before. Africa is a country. In front of an Ethiopian who insisted that Africa is a continent. Who is your chocolatier? That allowing ice fishing shacks would then give rise to prostitution.
I used to work for a minor aristocrat. Some advice he gave out, in absolute sincerity, over the years: don't take out a mortgage. Whatever you do, terrible things. You'll end up paying a lot more for your house. You know, the thing about a Bentley is that you have to have a crap car too. I mean, there are times when a Bentley just isn't appropriate and what you need is a crap car. Crap car later turned out to be an expensive Alfa Romeo. And a Bentley to be several Bentleys. Recommending the Ritz in London as a place for regular after-work drinks. I don't know how anyone survives on their company salary alone. His salary was more than £300,000, 500,000 United States dollars, a year.
Had a millionaire tell me it was so great that even though we could all be making much more than we were at our non-profit, we stayed for the kids because who needs money when your job is rewarding? Plot twist, he was a board member who controlled our salaries. I was barely making enough to scrape by. Someone I know sadly always brags about her $500K flat, then tries to crowdfund for her cat's bills.
Sort of tangential. Back in college, the entire class had a 10-minute argument with one student who didn't understand that not every country has citizenship by birth laws like the US does. The professor held off jumping in for about 5 minutes to watch us explain it to her, but couldn't take it anymore and figured the student would finally believe it when she said it. Nope. She started arguing with the professor too. The total out of touch part came when she finally conceded with, "Well, that's stupid. They should just do things the way we do them here." He told me, as long as you're dating someone better looking than you, you're going to have to get used to me being hit on or having something on the side. You're going to have to date an ugly guy for that loyalty shit. Why don't you live on disability? As a response to disabled people complaining about local government cutting back programs designed for making gainful employment accessible. I don't know why you would go to a community college when you can go to a university. Said by a high school guidance counselor giving a lecture on college admissions essays and applications in my senior AP English class after I asked naively if there's anything I had to do for community college. Turns out I had other classmates in the same boat who wanted to know too but felt too embarrassed to ask. Anyways, I went to community college to get my prerequisites out of the way and got my associate's degree. Then transferred into university for a competitive nursing program. I saved money from those first 2 years in community college. Didn't get a loan until I got into uni. Fuck that guidance counselor. I was telling my boss how proud I was my husband got a new job. He's legally blind. And she proceeds to tell me that she wishes she had a disability so she could just get handed a job. Had to walk away F4 that one. I was working at a school for the kids of the 1% and we were discussing what a millionaire was. One example I gave was owning property or assets worth $1 million or over, and the kid replied, "Oh, so everyone is a millionaire then?" Quote.
The company owes you nothing, you owe the company everything. My boss after I worked for 4 years in the company.
Why are you still living at home at 23? Just buy a house. Coming from someone whose parents bought her a house. You have no right to be upset. He didn't touch you. My mom said this to me one day after it was revealed my dad had been abusing my brothers. We're human beings and the sun is the sun. How can it be bad for you? I don't think anything that's natural can be bad for you. Gwyneth Paltrow, 2013. Let's say I get bitten by a rattlesnake. I shouldn't be worried. The poison's natural, isn't it? External things don't affect your mental health. It is all about you.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.